Welcome to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. Here are the stories that we're following today, July 24th, 2013. In the news from the Caribbean, in Trinidad and Tobago, 4 held for cops murder. In Guyana, taxi driver shot during carjacking. Vincentian businessman K. Pasa jailed in long-running money laundering case for 10 years. And the Trini couple caught in the biggest Orlando drug bust, husbands investing in $20 million Chaguanas business. Details on these headlines and more when we return.
The government say it's all about the food. August the 10th. Foreigners welcome to the land of oil dung. Beers and strong rum, girls hot and can done. It's all about the food. Oil Dung Fest, August 10, Lampama, I'm in the place.
Hey, excuse me. If you see me smiling, that's 'cause I'm chilling on Total Caribbean Network. This your boy Wyclef John, man, and I'm chillin', man. Total Caribbean Network. Man, I love their style. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. This segment of the news is sponsored by Total Caribbean Network. The firearm, which was issued to murdered Police Corporal Curtis Simon Clapham, who was shot dead in Woodbrook last month, was recovered on Monday. 4 men in whose possession the firearm was found were also arrested and were being questioned at separate police stations throughout the Northeastern Division yesterday evening. The recovery of the firearm came after officers of the Northeastern Division Task Force intercepted a car along Saddle Road, San Juan, based on information they had earlier received. Police said at around 9 p.m. the officers, led by Sergeant Cornelius Samuel, stopped the Toyota wagon in which the 4 men, ages 21 to 27, from Bergmuller Trace were passengers and carried out a search. Police said while searching the vehicle, they came upon the Smith & Wesson handgun, together with 16 rounds of ammunition. Officers said those types of firearms were usually issued to police officers and decided to carry out inquiries at the Police Service Armory, where it was confirmed the handgun was issued to Clapham. And I quote, "So they are now in custody at stations throughout the division, and with the arrest, the investigation into his death has taken another turn," said one officer. Clapham, 47, worked as a driver and bodyguard for former Police Commissioner Dwayne Gibbs and acting COP Stephen Williams. During the early morning hours of June 7th, Clapham of Box Hill Trace Laventille had parked his Nissan Navara pickup along Robert Street, Woodbrook, and was assisting 2 members of the public when 2 bandits approached the van. One drew a pistol and announced a hold-up, but Clapham reacted and drew his service pistol before shooting and killing one of the men. Clapham was shot when the other bandit also opened fire. After shooting the officer, the gunman left his injured accomplice behind, took Clapham's service pistol and ran towards a getaway car located nearby, which then sped off. A taxi driver was shot to the face during a carjacking on Sunday night by 3 men who posed as passengers. Jermaine Rover, 21 of number 78 Village, Quarantine, Berbice, sustained gunshot wounds to the face and right hand in the attack before the man drove off with his car. Crime Chief Silal Prasad told reporters earlier yesterday afternoon that it was based on information received that police recovered the car at Plantation Foulis, West Coast, Berbice, with 2 men inside. He said that the duo is in police custody assisting with the investigation. Police said in a press release yesterday that around 6:30 p.m. on Sunday, Rover was robbed and shot by 3 men, one of whom was armed with a handgun. Rover was hired by the men to be taken to Molson Creek. On arrival, one of the men shot him to his face and right hand. They relieved him of his motor car HB 3123 and escaped. In St. Vincent, 2 men, one Vincentian and one Bermudian, will know their fate soon after they were found guilty in the nation's largest money laundering case. Vincentian businessman Antonio Kepasa Gelozu and Bermudan sailor Winston Robinson were on Friday found guilty on 2 charges of money laundering involving $1.7 million in cash. They have been remanded to prison pending sentencing. Trinidadian Kent Andrews was acquitted in the case that involved a constitutional motion which was dismissed in December and cooperation with Bermudian police. The case began on April 5, 2008, when Coast Guard officials found the money concealed in vacuum-packed bags on board the yacht Joe Tobin. Andrews and Robinson were on board the yacht and were charged with breaching the Proceeds of Crime and Money Laundering Act of 2001. Prosecutors say that Robinson sailed the yacht from Bermuda to St. Vincent, but Robinson denied the money laundering charges and told the court that he had earned the cash while working in the hotel and fishing industry. After the guilty verdict was handed down there, Bermuda Police Service issued a statement describing the case as significant and complex. In December, the Court of Appeal dismissed a motion contesting the constitutionality of the nation's money laundering laws, ruling that lawyers for Andrews, Robinson, and Gelozu undoubtedly face a difficult task in seeking to assail the constitutional integrity of the Proceeds of the Crime Act. The yacht was owned by Gelozu, and the court granted an order restraining him from transferring, selling, parting, or otherwise charging all realizable assets owned or controlled by him, whether in his name or not, whether solely or jointly owned or held, whether located in or outside of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The men's lawyers filed constitutional motions contending that the Proceeds of Crime Act and its amendments go beyond the powers of the Constitution. They claimed that the laws were an amendment to the Constitution and ought to have been enacted in accordance with Section 38, which speaks to alteration of constitutions and Supreme Court order. The appellants also claimed that the ex parte procedure associated with the initial stage of seizure deprived a party of the right to be heard. They further claimed that their fundamental rights and freedoms under Section 1 of the Constitution were violated. But High Court Judge Frederick Bruce Lyle dismissed the claims, holding that they were brought in part pursuant to Section 1C of the Constitution, which, as a general provision, is not justiciable. The judge also held that the Proceeds of Crime Act did not amend the Constitution. 2 Trinidad and Tobago nationals who are currently investing millions in Trinidad and Tobago were charged in Orange County, Florida on July 14th with trafficking some 3,000 pounds of marijuana. According to the Orlando Sentinel newspaper, police found 1,230 pounds of marijuana inside an RV owned by Mukesh and Shamila Rampasad, 815 pounds in a storage compartment below the vehicle, and roughly 415 pounds inside the bed in the bedroom of the RV. The Rampasads were 2 of 5 people arrested by the Metropolitan Bureau of Investigation in the incident. Laura Zewig, director of the Metropolitan Bureau of Investigation, was quoted in an online report saying, "That might be the most I've ever seen here in Orlando. We are looking further into the organization. We are looking further into this couple who were driving the RV." Zewig had told RTT News the marijuana was being transported by a Jamaican drug trafficking organization and was to be distributed throughout the state of Florida. Rampersad, 51, was accompanied by his wife on the tour bus owned by the couple valued at $400,000. They were charged with trafficking in cannabis greater than 2,000 pounds with a firearm and conspiracy to traffic cannabis greater than 2,000 pounds. According to the county records, Rampersad was released the same day on a $100,000 U.S. surety bond, while his wife was released on a $100,150 cash bond. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Since we announced Sign and Drive with zero out-of-pocket and low monthly payments, cars been flying out of Bronx Honda at a record pace. Whoa! New Accord with zero out-of-pocket for $249 a month, or new Civics just $199 per month, or save thousands with 0% financing. You never have to leave the Bronx to get the best price on the Honda. Bronx Honda guarantees the lowest price in the Bronx. Bronx Honda, East Tremont Avenue. Visit BronxHonda.com.
I can't believe your mom let you take your car out. This is awesome.
It's time to grow up.
You're crazy.
Little while
Go faster. Stop.
it'll all be alright.
I raised my son to be careful,
Hey, sweetie. Hey, Mom.
but just to be safe,
So don't you worry.
I got a Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Coleman Subaru, 1710 North Alden Avenue, Ewing, New Jersey, or ColemanSubaru.com.